Yes, we are back. Two G's in a pod, your mom's favorite duo. Feeling thankful in the studio today. What you saying, Andy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Finally back in London. Finally back in Babylon, bro. Back in this bitch. But now I'm good.
Passing by.
Passing by, yeah.
stop
I'm not here for long at all. To be honest, ever since I touched down, I've been waiting, like counting days until I could be out of here, man. But
Thanks,
no, I'm
bro.
good, man.
Nice to know.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, man. We just went for the McDonald's nugget meal,
Quick
so
one,
I'm
man.
I'm feeling very satisfied right
Quick
now in the
one, man.
studio.
It's good to see you, like actually see you.
Yeah, it's been a long time, man.
But you know what Zoom, yeah? I can barely see you. Like you're always in some dark room, like.
I don't know, innit? My laptop, I'm not really sure what the brightness is doing on that thing.
The light is always off. I'm looking, I'm like, is it long to ask this guy to move? And everything. I'm like, we'll make it work.
Listen, it's been a long time. Yeah, I've been through my phases. I was skinny, I was fat, I was skinny again. Like, I did my thing.
What phase is this now?
I don't know, bro. This is middle ground. This is midlife crisis.
Bro, then what was fat like?
What are you saying? Oh man. And yeah, so Mukhy, you back in the studio, man. How are you?
Guest of guests.
I'm good.
I need to figure out how to use this thing properly because we can get like proper sound effects and shit with this. But until then, I say Mukhy in the building. What's up, man?
That's some introduction, fam. I had that shit as an intro to one of my tracks, you know.
As well.
Yeah, no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm just.
Will I get royalties off it?
you want all my 25 PIN last night? I bet, bro. You know what? I got you. You know what? You market my next song. You got the whole masters.
There, man.
You get the whole
I'm
masters.
there,
you just give me some money for marketing. I give you 100% masters.
selling his masters, bro.
You have it.
Have you not learned from all those people? You haven't learned from this?
But like, nah, but bro, those are different times.
15 years, he'll be sending me a quote. A long Instagram captions like, I heard what you said about black love. Man. Give me back my masters.
No, on the real though, like, I guess there's a lot of depth to it, but we won't unpack it today. But that masters thing, the money you get off that song directly itself is peanuts, bro.
Fam, it's crazy.
Peanuts. So at the end of the day, if some marketing company's coming, oh yeah, I want to own this song, and I'll give you like 20 bags to market it. Yeah.
Legit.
The issue is you can't then use it elsewhere, right? Of your own free will.
No,
like they own the song.
No, they own the song, but you can perform the song. You put that in the clause, right? You can perform the song.
Yeah, but if you want to like go and say, okay, this company now wants to use my song for their advert, you can't do that,
obviously,
right?
Yeah, they get the publishing rights to the songs, but like in this day and age, right? Let's be honest, music has changed. Artists churn out music, so it's not before where like if you buy a 12-pack album, right, or a 12-song album, you're committed because out of that day or the entire week, you probably have maximum 80 songs on your iPod to listen to that week. You know what I mean? Your opportunity cost is enough. It's big then. Now, if a song is pissing you after 3 seconds, I've got 2.5 billion other songs waiting in the corner. You know what I mean? On access like that, it's different. So therefore, artists have to churn out a lot of music. So if one person wants one of my songs for 20 grand, you go, fam. I'll have another one out by next week. That's all right. You know what I mean? So it's just a different like market completely.
But anyway,
That's interesting.
we'll get into it. Yeah, we'll get into it. But it's good to have you back, man. Good to have you back. How have you been?
Good, bro. I've been chilling, man. Just
it's been almost a year since you started this journey.
Yeah, bro. It's been a year.
Has it actually been a year?
It's been a year.
Really?
What's the learnings? What's the key learnings so far? Give us some growth.
For me, I haven't started my job yet, but I could quit. If you say it's calm, I could jump into it as well.
It's not calm. No, I think I don't know. I guess the biggest learning for me is just, as in, just be careful. That's it. Like when you take money into this thing, and you have to spend money, right? But learning how and where to spend money is very difficult with music, and like the right places. Like if someone gave me 10 grand, and let's say I had a song like Trailer by MJ, right? I would not know what to do with it right now. I don't think I'll be able to blow off it. You know what I mean? It's about like
Thriller.
That's what I mean. If I had a song that good, and someone gave me 10 grand, I wouldn't put it in the right places.
There's a lot of songs that are sick that don't get.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to know like.
Thriller's a certain type of song, though.
It doesn't matter, bro. If you spend like 10 grand in the wrong places,
no, I hear what you mean.
You're done. So like I've just been learning like a lot of, and that's the biggest learnings for me. Otherwise it's just been a good.
I mean, I'm assuming you have some sort of a team manager.
That's what I was about to ask.
That can
Oh
help with
man, it's just me, man.
It's just you have a manager.
Me. I've got no manager.
Okay, bro. So I'm
Kanye
offering my
West
services.
I can't be managed.
I'm offering my services as a manager, bro. Let's link and build.
Yeah.
Let's link and build.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have a manager?
No, I don't, man. Everything you see is me, bro. Everything you see is me.
You don't have anyone? No team, nothing?
I've got a little team, like. So,
I mean, I know you have a stylist. I've met her.
Yeah.
So I know you have a stylist.
Bro, she's more than a stylist, you know. She just makes sure that everything clicks. No, I've got her. She supports everything crazy we do, and then I've got someone else who's on the admin side of things. Just make sure the admin's going good. So like my actual legwork. So while I'm actually in studio making music, I know someone's doing the legwork that day, chasing up TV stations, chasing this up, just make sure everything's clicking. So between I and the creative director, KG, and Aurea, who's the admin person, that just makes up the team. And then I'm closely linked with someone in Nigeria who does like a lot of PR. He owns his own PR company. His name is BJ. So that's just the only other, he's not really directly the team, but he's very, good friend, a very solid kid kind of person. But other than that, like my network doesn't go further than that because I'm still locked up in the studio trying to develop.
Be honest, the more people you have, the more you have to be watching where the money goes. And I'm assuming.
What money?
I mean, that's money already. A team of 3, I mean, not to get into the financials.
Nah, but that isn't. Nah, money's not my issue, bro. It's just making sure like you're making good music and putting it out in the most commercial, like economic way possible. Because I'm not trying to blow racks on music as well. Like I'm trying to do this and like have fun and really be into this music thing. So yeah, man. But it's just all about the music. Studio hours are key. Listen, 10,000 hours, boys. If you love it, put it in. Why
not? It's a Kanye song, right?
Yeah, it is. It's
10,000 hours.
Yeah. It's a Kanye song.
Is it 10,000? I thought it was 30,000. Is it
30,000?
It might be 30,000 hours. However, no, I'm pretty sure.
No, 30 hours.
Oh, it's 30 hours, yeah. It's
30 hours.
Yeah, 30 hours sounds like $30. Isn't that the one
it's on
Drake like said he wrote something?
Yeah. 10,000 Miles is a song by the Scottish guys.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. I'm thinking of
you're thinking of 1,000 Miles. that's Vanessa Carlton. No, that's a banger in it. White Chicks. Yeah. That's a banger.
Yeah, that's a banger. White
Chicks. The whole hood was playing that song back in the day.
Yeah, bro, that's a
jam. Was like that out. But 10,000 Miles is like I would walk. It's like some Scottish band.
But yeah, so you started a year ago. How are you feeling about the journey so far? Good, bad, ugly, all of the above.
I'm bro. Every emotion has crossed my mind over the last year. But like, it's never been as low as the emotion that I was when I was working.
Have you doubted yourself a lot?
You doubt yourself.
Like, doubted your decision to.
Like, what do you mean doubt? Like, doubt the whole like process.
Well, I mean, you made a big decision.
Yeah, exactly.
You quit your job, you dive straight into it.
And also, there's a question of like, what the fuck am I doing as well, right? That's the thing. Like, why am I here? Kind of stuff. At least 5 times a day, do I look at the ceiling and be like, am I kidding myself? You have to. Like, when you do something like this, it's minimum 5 times a day. And I spoke to other musicians. One girl, she's brilliantly talented. Check her out, Tomilola. She just put out 2 beautiful singles on Spotify. Her vibe is just amazing.
What type of music?
She's like African fusion songs, like, but it's very like soulful. Like she's got a lot of soul, like almost like Bolafro soul mixed with a bit of like jazz with it as well. She's just got very, very great vibes.
Yeah.
She's got a song called Moyato. It's very, very good. I'll send it to you afterwards. Cool. Or we could play at the break or something. But like, she's brilliant. I was on the phone with her and straight away we synced because we're both talking about it's the mental battle that you just have to cross over. That's the problem. What's the musician's problem is it's like that mental issue of like going to studio every day knowing it might as well lead to nothing, but I'm gonna do it for that one day that does lead to something, or like for a future like person, like I don't know, breakout. And she's a situation as me where she does have a full-time job, so the trade-off is massive. Like a lot of people, listen, I know some people say this, but people don't deep it, right? When you're at the bottom with nothing to lose, it's easy to take risks. You know what I mean? When you've got trade-offs,
It's like, ooh,
Hey fam,
decent salary here.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But
You
my
know, I got my standard hours.
a trade-off of like between 50 to 70 grand a year that's a big trade-off. You know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying?
What job was that, bro? just give me a connect right there.
Bro, you'll have you making music in 2 years.
But yeah, no, funny story actually. So obviously when I was in Ghana, and so I was in my room, and my dad plays a lot of music. He's got my uncle got him a speaker for his 50th birthday or something like that.
Yes.
And he's been cherishing that speaker, or 55th birthday. He's been cherishing it since then, and he's always blasting music. Yeah. Well, actually no, he's usually listening to like Fox News and shit, or CNN or whatever. But then, you know, on YouTube when you listen to it and then it does the breaks in between. So I've heard him listen to all sorts of songs that pop up. I heard him listen to Back Row G. He put me onto that song, you know, Take Time. But
Back Row G, that's what your dad.
I went to his room. I said, "Dad, what song is this?" He's like, "I don't know."
That's what Dad Jabber is listening to in the room.
And then, so then I must have heard Julie playing.
Okay.
And I'm like, so I was checking my speaker, checking my phone, my laptop. I'm like, it's not
What's
coming
going
from me.
on?
So I was like, nah, no way. So I was like, no way. So then I walked, I went and found him in his room. I said, and I could hear it coming from his room. I said, I walked in, I said, "Dad, what song is this?" He's like, "I don't know, it just came up." And I looked, yeah, Mukhy's videos up is the YouTube advert. I was like, right,
That's nice.
This guy's blown, man. He's blown. Because my dad's hearing it.
That's nice. That's nice.
I hit him up straight away. I said, "Bro, don't forget me, man." But yeah, nice. It's and the funny thing is as well, because I was listening and I've told my dad about you. I said, "Oh yeah, one of my friends, you know, is doing this music thing." And I was like, "Oh, that's my friend, you know, the one." He's like, "Oh, you know what, this song is decent." I was like, "Okay, you've got my dad's seal of improvement as well." So
not that easy to get. I said,
legit.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
But it's actually funny because he's listened to all sorts of songs. I remember he years back, you know, Egyptian Hold You with Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
So
that was the tune.
So
right?
he liked the song obviously because it's a tune. So he googled the lyrics. I was like, I've never listened to this.
And why did your dad do that to himself?
Because he was like, "Oh, this song is great. What's the guy saying?" I don't know if you want to check that.
It's one of those things you're better off not knowing. You know
But you mean, it's a very romantic song. I don't really understand. What's the issue?
There's a lot of like vivid descriptions of romance. Like,
We've always put that to someone.
Yeah,
once upon a time. You know,
once I just said, "Hey, you Egyptian."
Yeah, no. When I heard that, I was like, "Oh man, this guy's he's making moves, man." So it's good to see. I saw that you've been shooting videos abroad and everything. So just like kind of get into, I guess, the process behind. I mean, we should say you dropped your does it count as a debut project?
Mixtape, just
mixtape.
Yeah,
okay,
mixtape.
So it's your second mixtape or debut mixtape.
Debut mixtape.
And the first
one
EP.
I have accidentally been disappeared from stores. I don't know. I lost the masters, so I accidentally left stores, and I was like, oh, what happened?
So we've got this debut mixtape, Posh Nation, which you dropped in March. So you know, tell us about, you know, the recording process, how it came about.
Posh Nation is like, for me, it was the accumulation of like the music that we had been able to make on our own. And when I mean on our own, it's not just me, right? I work with Glitch so much. I mean, and Glitch, by the way, that's a talent on its own, right? Glitcher like me can just tune into different frequencies, and I love that. I love that. Like, you know what Glitch's hooks are like? They're brilliant, and it just tunes into the frequency. And I mean, there's some days I'm low, but then Glitch just, you know, I walk into the room and Glitch is just sang, and I'm just there like, I bet on an Afro swing thing. I was about to come here and do my Mac Miller thing, but you know, if we're having a good time, we're having a good time. And obviously Tumaki was about, who, by the way, I've never met anyone. Like, obviously Glitch is a talent in his own, but you can't compare to Tumac, you know. Like, all of us looked up to Tumac and being like,
okay,
no, she's the one who goes in there and just does magic, and you're like, there's the kind of person that I want to be making music with for a long time. And obviously Debo was in a couple of those sessions, but between us two, we just kept, between each other's houses, kept recording every day, recording new song, new vibe, new energy, whatever we're feeling, just kept recording. And then I just simply just picked accumulation of this, like the accumulation of songs that really felt like it captured us in that moment of time.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put this out as my debut mixtape.
Okay.
And then obviously you get people saying it doesn't have a consistent sound, doesn't have this, doesn't have that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm still putting it out.
Have you heard that people say?
Oh yeah. I don't listen to what people say. Honestly, too many people's opinions always clouds the vision.
I think with a mixtape, it's not as important for it to have a cohesive sound. Because me, I mean, people know me, like I like cohesion on an album. I like a consistent theme or something. I don't like it to bounce about. But I think with a mixtape, it's not as deep.
It's not as deep like at certain stages, especially like in someone's career and stuff. But like there comes a position when you're ready to put out, like, you know, the world's watching you and you're putting out a debut album. Like the sound has to be consistent. I agree. Like not even has to be consistent. It has to be a body of work. So that may not be a consistent sound, but it's a consistent theme all the way through as well. But there has to be something that it makes you feel like you're out of space. And you know each song has to be different, but it's got to flow and it's got to have a consistent theme. I do know that, but like I'm a 1-year-old rapper putting out my first mixtape. So you know, enjoy it or don't.
Yeah,
as simple as that.
Yeah. Is there like a sound that you're leaning towards, or you're still like trying out?
I've decided I'm an emo rapper, man. It's so I decided after a while. I was like, why is so much of my shit sad?
You know what's funny, because when we were when we were in the car on the way over, we were playing the tape on the way. And it was on, I think the song's called Emotions, or I Hate You or something.
Yeah, those last two, yeah.
And we're driving in the car's just silent. I said, this guy's trying to get us in our feelings. So
yeah, those last two, that's me, like my more comfortable environment. I make most songs like that, I reckon. Okay. But like, again, I can't stare away from Afro pop because I do love it as well, right? No, I was gonna say
I thought I'd seen. I mean, with songs like Julie, Afro Girl, Afro Boy, and the last one is like, I thought I'd seen a sort of pivot to, and also the fact you shot a video out in
Nigeria.
Was it in Nigeria?
Yeah, Nigeria, My Race, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I thought I'd seen like a pivot towards looking at the kind of African market.
I think it is for me. I'm gonna infuse it. I will infuse the emo rap with the Afro sound, and that's where I think I'll find like something different.
I guess there's people that do that. What's the guy's name? The one who's got the song with Six Flag. Oh, what's his name? Not Omale.
Omale.
Has he got the one with? He's got the Damn.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's Omale.
Yeah, so he kind of infuses a bit of the.
I like that song.
He's a bit more.
I like that song.
When I tell you, the music I've been hearing out there, like. Because I feel like it takes a while to come over and be as big in the UK.
Yeah, you're
especially, right. I wanted to do a spotlight on it actually, but I haven't listened to enough of it. Amapiano, you know, there's Southern Africa. I mean, I think it originated in South Africa, and then it spread to like Zimbabwe and places like that. But it's like Southern African house, and that's big in Ghana and in like Africa as a whole. And I can see that getting very big in the UK. I mean, it's already big because amongst the sort of like Southern African diaspora that live in the UK, but I feel like it can get a lot bigger, and I can see it even kind of eclipsing Afrobeats long term. I was talking to my cousin about this actually.
We'll see what happens.
But like, there's a lot of big Afrobeat stars that are making that type of music, like Wizkid,
but like
it's a fusion.
It's a fusion, right? Though that's the thing. Like my piano, like when I was back in Lagos shooting my race in February, I was listening to it. And I was like, right, but this literally sounds like Afrobeats though. But yeah, you could tell there's my piano background to it, you know, that regular like slight 808 they put behind it, and that regular tempo, like it's there. But then I was thinking to myself, I was like, but it's still not the same as, you know, when you hear South African house, you're like, nah,
it's not the legit one.
It's not the legit one. It's so far swayed towards the Afrobeat sound that just makes it slightly like, you know, different, but it's still Afrobeats. So is it going to overtake Afrobeats? Absolutely not. Afrobeats was again sway and change again. It's a new genre, right? And it's building. But I just think Afrobeats is definitely here to stay, and there's nothing that's going to.
I'm not saying that Afrobeats won't still be there. I can just see it kind of. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Is Afropop? Is Afropop? You're saying Afropop? Is Afrobeats as well?
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that Burna Boy, Wizkid, that type of vibe. I can see them shifting towards the South African house thing, which will kind of propel it. Basically, a lot of Nigerian artists have been like doing their own version, basically.
Dabbling.
Dabbling. And once that happens, because Nigeria's got 200 million people. So it's gonna once it, and it's already blown there. It's bound to blow elsewhere.
We'll see,
And the next thing you see is but we'll see what happens. But no, sorry, I kind of got off track. But we're talking about how I thought I'd seen like a pivot towards Afro stuff with you.
Yeah, like I said, the Afro stuff I do love as well, and I've loved every single like jam with those that I made. And I'm super comfortable on them. I like them. I'm able to still express myself on them. But for me, it's strange because they're like, "What kind of music do you make?" I'm like, "Yeah, when Glitch is around and we're both in there for 7 days locked." I mean, sometimes Glitch and I do easily 7-day sessions, and then when they're locked up, it's a lot of Afro sounds.
How many songs you do in 7 days?
Don't even ask me. A lot, a lot.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
bro.
so now easy.
I don't think I can spend 7 days with just one guy.
Nah,
Glitch
in one
makes
room.
3 songs a day. Easy.
That's impressive.
No, like I'm like they're like, oh yeah, we make a lot of Afro sounds when we're together. When Glitch leaves the room and I'm in there for 7 days on my own, fam, I forgot to turn the blinds back up, fam. This shit is
just the emotional shit.
like it's deep, and I'm there like, I can't sell this shit.
Like-
I can't sell this.
You're always Glitch.
Yeah, honestly, like Glitch comes in and is like, what are you doing?
But with the sort of the pivot that I noticed, is there a pivot in the target audience that you're trying to reach as well? Basically, I've seen obviously you've done like competitions out in Nigeria,
I
people
think
and sort of you've been on radio out there and things like that. So would you say that there's
home is where love is always going to be. I think so. Nigeria is always going to be a market. I don't care when I was making hip hop, rock music, whatever I was making. I don't care what anyone said to me, whether it's the sound winning or not. I'm pushing it in Nigeria first, and then I'll build my market there, and then go from there. Because I think that always people are going to resonate with me. Like I don't know if they want I'm a person who moved from Nigeria to the UK. Like in my opinion, the diaspora are the biggest market for me, but it's hard to target them because they're so spread.
Diaspora, like people that similar to you, moved from Nigeria to the UK or wherever.
Everything I do is the most relatable. My Afrobeat is not quite hardcore Afrobeat for the Nigerian market, and it's not quite like watered down enough for like just the pop music. So they're the biggest market for me, but they're so hard to reach because they're so spread out everywhere. Like how do you, it's like how do you target them? So just like target home and the diaspora pick up on what's at home. So like eventually it'll get through to the people that I know that will listen to and enjoy my music. So that's what I'm going for.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
That's smart. Do you want to break down some of the? I was thinking to do a track by track breakdown because there's only 9 songs, but I don't know.
Let's do the Toxic one.
Yeah. Was it called Toxic Love?
Yeah.
I found some resonation with that. Not in my current relationship, but I understand the.
I hope you absolutely have no resonation with Toxic Love. This song is a massive double entendre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's massive. It's. So I can't remember what I did. I was sat in one of these dark sessions for like 7 days, and I was staring at the wall. I was like, I'm feeling a little bit low here, and I just started painting a picture in my head. I called my boy up. He sings the hook, right? He sounds like Miguel, right? His name's Ellis, right? And I was like, I've written a song. He was like, what have you done? Like, I need you to sing something for me. Just give me a melody so I can write the words to it. And then I go. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually talking about it because usually I let people figure it out. Only one person's figured it out. It was a music journalist. He wrote a review on the album in Nigeria, the mixtape even. And I was like, the entire song, although it sounds like a love song, is nothing to do with love. Every word there is placed and it just describes me blowing my brains out with a gun. That's the entire song.
Okay, that's a different vibe than
I know you can't resonate to that.
I'm not resonating, bro.
Yeah. It's weird, but I did exactly like a love song, and then that's what we did it. And even the hook, people sing, they're like, Black Barrel Baby, make me feel crazy. I'm like,
oh, you know what? Now that
Black
you say
Barrel Baby.
now that you say it, now that you say, I feel dumb for not realizing.
I know. I put some things really glaring in the hook. I was like, I can't remember.
Yeah, but he's singing the hook so sweetly, like you can't really.
Yeah,
no one's really like. This is about drugs. I'm just
they're like, paint the wall bloody. I'm like, are you singing that?
Like, man.
Nah, so I thought that was the best way because based off the lowest stuff like this, I was like, it's the best way to start it with like this massive double entendre, and then I was like, yo, this is going to be like, this is how I want to start it. Like, not many people notice, but a couple of people who are my core fans, I hope they watch this and they're like, wow, no, actually that's different. And that's just a bit of like creativity and art you add into that song. So that's like Toxic Love. And that's where it came about. So enough said about that song. I think that was just pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
kind of discussed My Race a bit. That was the one that you did the video
Mhm.
in Nige. Video was cool, man. I like the video.
Yeah.
There was Africa. That was one where, like I
like
said,
that
that was when I kind of noticed with My Race and Africa that there's
Yeah,
kind of a
exactly.
pivot towards the more African sound. You got Shorty.
Yeah.
I'm on freestyle. I like that one.
Yeah,
Big fan of
that
That's a
was a
good
big trap jam. That jam happened in like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Like our friend T.Y. was back from Nigeria. He goes by Namache up on the track, and then he was in the studio, and then again I thought it was one of those sessions where there were people in there who thought like this thing's still a joke, and I hate that. Send them out, yeah. And as soon as the beat comes, he does this flow, and I'm like, hey, come closer. Do that again. Do one more time. I was like, record that.
Oh, so he's not an artist.
He's not an artist.
But he's become one.
He's not really become one, but it's like he's into music and like the
Okay.
business side of music.
Okay.
And then he just had an amazing flow. Yeah, he just rapped with that flow, and I was like, I'm not getting rid of this flow.
Let's get some bars, man.
Yeah,
Just randomly jump on tracks and
Ghostwriter,
spit.
man. Nah, but the guy was good. He was hella creative with this stuff. Did the whole thing, wrote it down. He came back and perfected it, and then I was like, I like this song, so I'm gonna
It's a
put it
good
out.
song.
Yeah,
And then the last three songs kind of.
yeah.
Well, I Hate You and Emotions. Those are the last two.
Yeah,
Those ones
yeah.
we said those were kind of I guess darker, more emo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a good project, man. It's a good like you said, you're only a year in, managed to get out
Yeah.
a debut mixtape, which is commendable in itself because there's a lot of people who've been doing this music thing for years. I ain't seen one. So
They always claim they're still working on that track, bro.
Yeah.
They always say that.
So how you been, man? Yeah, just doing this music.
just
grinding. So no, it's you should feel proud of like being able to
Yeah, bro.
I mean, proud of that. Even though, like you say, it's difficult and everything, at least you can be proud of what you've done so far. And hopefully it continues as well, man.
Yeah, no, hopefully, definitely.
And then, also, I mean, we were trying to get you on before to discuss Swerve as well, you know, the single you put out.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
guess it
do
didn't
we
make
talk
the-
about errors? Fam, that's an error. Swerve, the song, the video, everything to do with Swerve is an error.
Why?
It was an error. It failed. It tanked.
But what do you mean by time? Like, it didn't do the numbers you wanted
Didn't
it
know
to do?
anything, yeah.
Did you get like 15k views?
That's nothing.
But that's,
For
that's
we've not spoken about the investment behind it, right?
decent.
Right. Every other song's done better or the same, and probably had
And didn't
a
have as
quarter of the
much.
investment.
Okay, fine.
You
I do like that video though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, but
I
like,
like it.
have you seen the My Race video yet?
I've seen
When
it,
you
yeah,
see the
yeah.
My Race video, you'll know that like that's
That one wasn't as expensive
No.
as.
not close.
Maybe you need to shoot all your videos in Nigeria.
Bro, no, it's a case of like again, I didn't understand what I was doing then.
Okay, fine.
So why didn't Swerve make the project? Because I got pissed off and deleted it.
Okay,
I
fine.
just-
Oh, so it
the
was
whole-
originally on the
Yeah,
project.
the whole memory of Swerve. One day I just woke up and I was speaking to someone. I just said I just deleted that. I cleared the whole project from stores, deleted Swerve, and then put it back on stores.
Okay.
This was like back in January or February. Like,
Okay, then I
yeah.
guess the less said about so.
I still talk about Swerve. No one is allowed to say the word Swerve around me anymore,
I
man.
kind of want to play the song right now. I want to get into the song quickly, and then we'll go on to what's it called? I mean, we can get into discussing the sort of music from April as well.
Yeah.
Because April just finished. Yeah, but the year's going quick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's May already.
Too quick.
Yes.
Too quick.
Fam.
Summer's already come, and I was like, yeah, where my summer single at? And
Are you working towards an?
Yeah,
Because
some
what I
song.
thought was, you know, when you sent me Julie,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna kind of hang on to it for a while, drop it as a single, hang on to it for longer, then drop the video, and so that basically around this time, maybe a month ago,
I
the
think
video would have come out
that would have
with
been
a
a
view
great.
to summer.
I thought it would have been a great idea, but I think what I tell everyone in this game is, I'm sorry, you're wrong. There's no strategy in music. What you think is a strategy, there's no strategy. The factors in music are too weird. Like it's messed up. So let's say the day that I now chose to drop it in the summer, because summer's gonna get really congested with all the big artists. We're gonna put out music from now. Next bit, yeah. You think it's gonna do well or whatever, and then maybe 1 week Friday you go, I'm gonna drop this Julie. I was so hot. J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick, what's it called?
Rihanna, bro.
Rihanna. Not just the international artists. Wizkid, Burner, Davido. They all drop on that day. Fuck.
No, it's true. It's true.
You get 2 views.
You're probably right to get.
You're your
Get it out
bob.
early, yeah.
You're your bob. You know, but like I checked it quickly, but Davido they dropped out that day. I'm sorry. So like, it's not even about getting out quickly. You do get it out in your own time, but there's no strategy. You know, when you're comfortable with something, and you're happy with something, like put it out and move on to the next
No, I
thing.
hear you. And to be honest, if you are confident that you can make another one of that type of song, then there's no reason to sit on this one. It's a bit like when Sway Lee made Unforgettable.
Yeah.
He gave it to French Montana.
And then drop 50 of the same song.
He said, "Oh, bro, I can make these in my sleep," and then he made like 50 of the same song. They didn't do as well as Unforgettable, but like he's able to make the song bare time. So he's just like, you know, let me just I can give this one to French, man. You can have that one. So, nah, I hear you, man. I hear you.